Jay walked in, he's like, yo, can I talk to you? But he's like, yo, you know it's tension, but yo, we all here to work together, da 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 da. So I was like, all right, well, come on, it's a song right here if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said,
take action then.
Yeah. And then he's like, bet. So he went in there, and I'm be honest with you, I'd never seen nobody do that because I write my rhymes down. He sat there, word to mother, probably 6 minutes and did that verse. He didn't know the beat was up, he didn't know nothing, because like I said, he just walked in so we could talk, and he sat there for about 6 minutes and did that verse in one take.
In this clip, Harlem's own Cameron gives us a deep insight into how rappers write their songs in the Jay-Z and Lil Wayne fashion. Although rappers such as Cameron himself, Eminem, as we'll show you in a minute, and Drake, most of the time, actually write their rhymes down in order to feel most comfortable when they write their songs, Jay-Z and Lil Wayne have devised the mind-only method.
Yeah, well, you know, as far as myself, you know, I really write. I don't, you know, like Wayne does this thing that's it's scary and it's unfair, and I'm jealous of it for a million years. You know, it's he sits there and, you know, they'll be playing a record and he'll just sit there like this and, you know, kind of be like chilling, and might get up and eat some candy and, you know, do whatever he does, and then and you know, it'll take 40 minutes, maybe, if that, maybe sometimes 15, and then he'll do this and go like that, hop up and head right for the booth and lay like one or two or three of the most amazing verses that you've ever heard, with lines that it's like, what just happened? Like, did you just make a movie in your head? Like, what just happened, you know?
The mind-only method used by rappers such as Jay-Z and Lil Wayne is where a rapper writes a pre-thought verse or verses in their mind prior to recording and then delivers it in the booth as a fully completed set of bars. This differs from the classic handwritten approach used by rappers such as Eminem and Nas, or writing your verse on a phone, as Drake seemed to have done during his now infamous BlackBerry Freestyle. Jay-Z in particular has been on record as saying that his mind-only recording style was created out of necessity. He says he would be out hustling in the streets of Brooklyn, think of rhymes but have nowhere to write them, and thus trained himself to simply memorize any rhymes he thought of, a skill he cultivated until he could create an entire verse without ever actually writing anything down. Given Lil Wayne's continuing admiration for Hov, it is likely that hearing of this writing method, Weezy was partially inspired to similarly develop the mind-only method, although consider that many other famous rappers such as Big Sean, Common, and Kanye West have said that they rarely, if ever, actually write their rhymes down and use some form of the mind-only method themselves.
A lot of people, or some people, probably didn't know how deadly you could be with your pen.
Yeah.
You know, or your device if you type it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even do that. I just go in there and work it out in my head. I don't write it down.
You one of them too?
Yeah, you know, it take a while.
Do
sometimes.
people really do that, man? Or people are
ain't
MCs
no
starting to lie about this?
Nah,
go ahead. You with us? You with us?
I don't know if people lying, but I know when I'm with, like, I know Kanye, Jay-Z, Common, myself, Wayne.
Man, all the good ones.
It should be noted that the mind-only method is distinctly different from the classical definition of freestyling or going off the top. Going off the top or freestyling is where you spontaneously come up with lines of rap as the beat is playing with no pre-thought and no preparation. The mind-only method is where you do take some time, however short, such as Jay-Z's 6 minutes or so according to Cameron, and think of what you're gonna say and then deliver it. If you're a rapper watching this video who would like to perfect the actual art of freestyle rapping, where you can essentially rhyme spontaneously on any beat thrown in front of you the second you hear it, visit the first link in the video description box below to get more info on our freestyle masterclass, where we will teach you how to master the art of freestyle rap in 2 weeks or less. However, it's extremely important that you recognize the difference between freestyling off the top and the mind-only method. They are equally impressive skills, although they access different aspects of the creative facility that rappers have at their disposal. Also, as you'll see in a second, it's important to not fall into the mind-only method means you will be a better rapper assumption. Let's look at some artists who actually write them down and then see what we can tease out.
Nah, I think of lyrics in my head all the time though.
And what do you write your lyrics down in? Do you do it on a computer? Do you write on a scrap of paper, or you just keep it in your head?
I try to keep it in my head, but I write everything, anything that's around that I can write on, this desk, whatever.
You would
I'll
scribble
write
it
on
down.
it. Yeah, because I'm not good at like keeping thoughts. I get scatterbrained sometimes, and I might try to remember like what was I thinking of earlier, and I won't remember it. So I gotta write it down. So I write my rhymes on anything.
The write down method is exactly what it sounds like. Rappers writing their rhymes down before they deliver them. This can be done on literally anything, as Eminem has just shown us here, although the most common way up until the advent of cell phones was on a piece of paper. Nas has been seen in numerous pictures and videos writing his rhymes down by hand, so much so that he even has a song called Book of Rhymes on 2002's Godson album. Although the most common approach in the 21st century is of course using one's phone. Although Drake was famously lambasted for reading his lyrics off of a phone during a freestyle, it's important to note that many rappers read their bars off of a phone. Additionally, we believe here at How to Rap that it's likely more so the awkwardness of seeing a rapper read off of a phone during a purported freestyle. This goes into the main tension within the common uses of freestyle in hip-hop culture. There are two ways that rap fans commonly use the word freestyle: spontaneous and unheard pre-written verse. The spontaneous style is the classical definition where a rapper hears a beat and with absolutely no pre-thought starts rapping, often about things around them or the person in front of them, as in a battle. The unheard pre-written verse is often heard on rap radio shows where an artist is promoting their album. They might rap an unheard verse from the album, as Kanye West has done several times, or they might rap a never heard Lucy verse, as many rappers on the LA Leakers freestyle show do. The unheard pre-written verse style was what Drake seemed to be going for in that famous Blackberry freestyle, although the imagery did not do him any favors. Let us know in the comments, what is your personal definition of a freestyle? Now, there are many ways to skin a cat, and the creative process never limits itself to one single category. On one side, we have two of the highest selling rappers of all time in artists like Eminem and Drake. However, on the other side, we have some of the most legendary and influential rappers like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, as well as some of the newer heavyweights like Kanye West and Big Sean. Therefore, when studying how rappers develop their art and how rappers write their songs, it's crucial to look behind the curtain and see these as creative people first and foremost. It takes major skills to fill the shoes of these artists, and for these kicks, one size does not fit all. Now, we want to see you in the comments. What's your personal definition of a freestyle? And if you are somebody who's trying to become a rapper yourself, be sure to check out the Freestyle Fortnite in the video description. I've been your host, Drew Morrissey, here for How to Rap, and I'll talk to you on the next one.